Yes. So class, you know that we were reading this chapter, Comet 1. So very interesting one. Okay, I told you yesterday that there is a comet which appears almost, you can say, after 76 years, Halley's Comet, which is one of the famous one. Okay. So before starting this, let us see this short video about this comet. So you can enjoy it. Okay. In order to develop your interest. Yes. Let us see.
Halley is the most famous comet, captured by Jupiter into a short period 200,000 years ago. Since then, Halley has returned to our skies on average once every 76 years. Halley's ellipse brings it from beyond the orbit of Neptune, when farthest from the Sun, to within the orbit of Venus, when closest to the Sun. At its last appearance, Halley moved through our skies like this, on its way to the Sun late in 1985, and back out in early 86. Halley appeared in medieval skies when in 1066 the Normans conquered England, this from the Bayeux Tapestry. Halley was the star of Bethlehem in Giotto's fresco. He'd seen the comet in 1301. That comets are periodic in return was predicted by Edmund Halley. He saw the comet in 1682. Halley's comet, as it became, was first photographed on the return of 1910. And when it reappeared in the 80s, the space age had awoken. An international armada headed for a rendezvous. 2 probes were Russian, 2 Japanese, and 1, named Giotto after the painter, European. Giotto flew closest of all, right through Halley's coma, a halo of gas and dust that vented from an icy nucleus 16 kilometers by 9.
किसान को दिखा कुछ अजीब सा चलो ढूंढते हैं प्रोटीन का खजाना कुछ मिला
ये खेल जरा समझाना
खेल नहीं ढूंढ रहे हैं हम प्रोटीन का खजाना
क्यों ढूंढ रहे हो जमीन
So now let us start with the chapter. I hope that you have enjoyed this video which contained the information about Halley's Comet. I will find some more information about other comets and I am also going to share with you in the next class. So yesterday, as you know, that we have read that Dutatta, he had a keen eye to look through the telescope. He loved to watch the night sky in order to see the changes in the phases of the stars, and he was orderly observing through his telescope. After his retirement, he has got enough money and he has got plenty of time, ample time in order to observe the sky. But his wife, Indrani Devi, she was not at all happy that he is spending his whole night outside at the rooftop without paying much attention towards her. And moreover, she is also worried about Vidatta's health. That's why he is not taking care of anything. Okay. So, this we had also read from this page that the Tatta had a secret, you can say, he had a secret ambition that he would discover a new comet. And most of the times what it is there that these, you can say, that these comets are mostly discovered by amateur astronomers. For amateur, I told you yesterday, who are the amateur astronomers means who are not doing it by profession, but what they are doing just for their own, you can say, knowledge and for their own curiosity. So from here we are going to start from this chapter. So Indrani Devi, she has come with the sweater for Nabeen Babu, or she said that if you won't wear this sweater, otherwise your doctor, okay, Nabeen Babu, he will order you to take bed rest. So now, like every other amateur astronomer, Dutatta had a secret ambition that he would one day discover a new comet. For comets can be new, coming as they do from the remote corners of the solar system. So new comets, they are coming from the different corners of the solar system, because you know that solar system is not a small one, it is quite a big one. So many galaxies are there. Okay, so you know that innumerable galaxies are there in solar system, and we are living in which galaxy? Can anybody tell me? What is the name of our galaxy? Yes, Japaji. Okay, what is the name of our galaxy?
Milky Way galaxy.
Milky Way galaxy. Okay, it is Milky Way. So what is a galaxy? What is galaxy? If I talk about galaxy, what is a galaxy? What is galaxy? Means it is the open space of the universe which has its own stars as well as planets, okay, including constellations. So there are 10 raised to power 9 million, means uncountable, you can say, stars as well as stars are there in one galaxy, and there are so many galaxies. So we can't imagine life. We can't imagine that life, of course, exists on other galaxies also. Like planets, comets also orbit around the sun, but their orbits are highly eccentric. Yes, as planets, they move, they make their orbits around the sun. Similarly, comets, they also orbit around the sun, but their orbits, they are not so clear. So once in a while, a comet comes close to the sun. It has a longish tail that lit brilliantly by the sunlight. Then it recedes into darkness and not to be seen again for years and for centuries. So now what happened? That whenever the comet comes into sky, I told you, it has a long tail, and because of the friction with the atmosphere, it produces heat and light. This is the reason why we see the tail of the comet, and then it recedes into darkness, then it goes back into darkness, and for many years it remains in that darkness and cannot be seen for sometimes centuries. So what chance did he stand with his 8-inch dibya? So what chance means, now what are the chances in case of Dutatta that he is observing this night sky with his, you can say, 8-inch dibya chakshu, that telescope, whether he will be able to see any, you can say, comet there? Didn't professional astronomers have gigantic, means very large, accurate, and with modern technology telescopes? He said these professional astronomers, they have gigantic telescopes. Can't they see that comet? Dutatta was optimistic. But you know, the greatest, you can say, the greatest thing that a person always has is optimism. So he was optimistic. He knew that the professionals with their pre-assigned programs would be looking at faint stars and nebulous galaxies. So nebulous is actually hazy and faint. Nebulous is hazy and faint. So now he says, but those you can say professional astronomers, what they have their pre-assigned programs. Pre-assigned means they have their plannings for complete years, and sometimes for the next 2 to 3 years also, that they are always observing the path as well as the life cycle of very faint stars. Why they are faint? And the nebulous means faint galaxies also. They might miss such an insignificant thing as a comet, which they were not expecting to see anyway. So he thought they might miss this kind of comet, which is not so significant for them. And indeed, amateurs had often discovered new comets which the professionals had missed. And this is, of course, the one of the fact of the history, that only amateur, you can say, astronomers, they are responsible for discovering new comets as otherwise others can miss. And it looked to Dutatta that tonight was going to be the big night. And Dutatta, it was just like an intuition to him that today is definitely going to be a big night. For against the background of the same old stars, Dutatta had detected a faint stranger. Yes, what he has seen means background of same old stars, means the same old stars that he is watching in the sky. He had detected a faint, stranger, very light thing he has observed. What was that? He re-examined the charts with him. Some calculations that he has made, he again observed those calculations and checked his dibya for any smudges on the optics. Smudges means something, you can say some spots or marks. Okay, so what are smudges? That is spots or marks. So he has seen that. Now he thought that that painting can be some kind of mark on the screen or on the glass of my telescope. So what he did, he again cleared that screen, did some calculations on his pocket calculator in the torchlight. For though absent-minded about daily chores, means daily work, daily routine work, he was meticulous. Meticulous means regular and hardworking in his observations. So then he, after again looking in the sky, he has found the same light object. So what it was, he was making some calculations with the help of the torchlight in the small calculator that he had. And he was not actually so, you can say, observant about the daily activities that are going on, but he was perfectly sure and meticulous and hardworking in his calculations, that his calculations never go wrong. Yes, there can be no mistake. After doing all these calculations, he has come to know, yes, there is no mistake. What he was looking at had not been earlier, and it did look like a new comet. What he was looking at had not been there earlier. So now what he has seen in the sky now, he had never seen it earlier back. And it did look like a new comet. And of course, what it was of course like a new comet. 2 days later, the Anand Bazar Patrika came out with the news. So yes, so finally 2 days later, what happened? The Anand Bazar Patrika. What is this? This is the name of the newspaper. There was the headline, Calcutta man discovers new comet, from our special correspondent. Shri Manoj Datta, a resident on the modern outskirts of Calcutta, has claimed to have discovered a new comet. He has seen the comet on the last 2 nights and has informed the Indian Institute of Astrophysics at IIA at Bangalore of its whereabouts. Of its whereabouts means that where is this, you can say, comet seen. So finally, he has given the information to Indian Institute of Astrophysics. Indian Institute of Astrophysics means which is the main institute responsible for studying these stars, comets, and it is, you can say, it is mainly related with astronomy. So now, so what he said, he has given the information, and that institution and that institute, he has, you can say, it has, you can say, published this news that a man on the outskirts who is living in Calcutta, he has discovered a new comet, and for the past 2 days he is watching it. And the IAA runs a 90-inch telescope, the biggest in Asia, at Kavur. If it confirms Datta's finding, it will be the high point in his lifelong career as amateur astronomer. So now IAS has 90-inch long. So how long was his? It was only 8. Okay, so it has 90-inch. How you can say strong, powerful telescope they have. Okay, so IIA runs a 90-inch telescope, which is biggest in Asia, and they are going to observe this phenomena, and if they will confirm this phenomena, then the kind of name and fame the Datta will get, it will be greatest of his lifelong career as an amateur astronomer. The Datta, as he is affectionately called by his friends and admirers, estimates that the comet would be clearly visible to the naked eye in the next few months. So he has now, as he is Dutatta means his friends used to call him. What he is telling that this comet could be seen with the naked eye in the next few months, because later it is now not so clear. He gives all credit for his discovery to his 8-inch telescope, which he calls Divya. So, to what he is giving all the credit? He is giving all the credit to his 8-inch telescope, which he is calling as Divya. And it is just because of Divya, he said, that he was able to discover what this new comet. So finally, it is in the news. Now, see what happened. Thereafter, it took just 1 week for Comet Datta to be recognized and so named. Yes. Finally, the comet was confirmed, and the name of the comet was given after the name of the Datta, and it was named as Comet Datta. For IIA confirmed the findings and communicated it worldwide, and according to the accepted practice, the new comet was named after its discoverer. So IIA confirmed, yes, whatever the information given by Datta was right, was absolutely right. And they have given this information to entire world. And as most of the times, who means the name of the comet, how the name is given, who is the discoverer, after the name of discoverer. So it was given as Comet Datta. Now, to his surprise, Indrani Devi agreed, I wish the same. Sorry, this brought in, I missed one para. This brought in unwelcome publicity to the introvert. Who is introvert? You know that some of the, now in your house, there may be your brother and sister, your parents are often telling, he is very, you can say he is very talkative, he is immediately mixes with the other children, but the other child in the house, sometimes they say, he apne aap mein hi rehta hai, right? Means he is preoccupied in his own thoughts. He talks less, he speaks less, and he is not getting, you can say, involved with other persons as such. Okay, so what is this? These are two type of personalities, introverts as well as extroverts. So who is an introvert? Introvert is preoccupied in his own thoughts. Preoccupied in his own thoughts and talks less. And he also talks less. So this is what an introvert is. So now this, you can say this introvert person, to Tatta, who is always busy in his own work, he has got large publicity. There were numerous receptions and functions to attend. So many people were inviting him to share his thoughts, his, you can say, findings, and how he has done all the calculations and all. So, returning from one such ceremony, Dutatta muttered to himself in disgust, I almost wish I had not discovered this comet. But you know, he is an introvert. He likes to do his own work. So one day what happened, he's tired of these functions and ceremonies where every day he has to go out of his house, and his love for stars is suffering. He said, oh my God, I'm tired of all this. I wish I had not discovered this kind of comet. He was so tired of this. To his surprise, Indrani Devi agreed, I wish the same, though not for the same reason. She said, yes, even I wish that you not have discovered this one, but it is not because of this reason that daily you are going out, but for the other reason. Now, the Tatta said, may I ask why you wish I had not discovered this comet? So he said, can you tell me please, what is your reason that I should not have discovered this kind of comet? Comets bring ill luck. See her feeling. Comets bring ill luck, and I wish a good man like you were not associated with the discovery of one. She said out of concern, because she was his wife. She was very much concerned about her husband. She said, actually, I think that comets, they are always associated with bad luck. And I wish that you are such a good man, you should not be associated with this kind of bad luck. Now, means she is superstitious in nature. Okay, so the Tatta laughed. He laughed. I see that even an MA degree has not cured you of your superstitions. He said it means that you have completed your MA degree and still your degree is not able to cure you of your superstitions because he had scientific temperament. Okay, scientific man he was. He never believed in superstition, but his wife, she still believes in superstitions. There is no correlation whatsoever with the arrival of a comet and the calamities of the earth. Calamities means some, you can say, disasters, misfortunes. Okay, he said because most of the time it is thought that whenever these comets appear, they would cause death and destruction on the earth. So he said, actually, there is no relation. Correlation means there is no relation between these two things, between the appearance of a comet and that of, you can say, calamity on the earth. Now, on the contrary, the comets have been scientifically studied and their composition is well understood. He said these comets, they are scientifically studied and actually what is there, and everyone knows what they are made up of and what actually they are. So there is nothing harmful about them. Well, you will soon see the comet of mine pass harmlessly by causing no anxiety to anybody. He said, you need not to worry. This comet, you will see, it will soon pass. It will not cause any harm to any person. Now, it means that Dutatta, he was trying to clear the superstitions of his wife because his wife thought that comets, they bring bad luck, they bring ill luck. But what he said that no, the comets are not bringing bad luck or they are not causing any, you can say, calamity on the earth. But what are actually they? They are actually scientific objects and they are like other stars, like the normal stars that appear in the sky. Now, in this last comment, however, Dutatta was not going to be exactly right. But this last comment that was made by Dutatta, he was not absolutely right. This comet is, of course, going to cause some destruction. This we will read later on. Okay. So first of all, I think we will read the chapter because I'm not able to stop my curiosity of reading it because really very, you can say, interesting chapter. Then we will do the question answers. Okay. And even I think that if we will do in chunks, you won't be able to do in a proper way. Okay. So finally, now in the spacious dining hall of King's College, Cambridge. Now the scene has been shifted up to Cambridge College. Okay. Cambridge College. Okay. Cambridge University, you know, it's in London. So in the spacious dining hall, you know, these big universities, how big, you can say, they have special, you can say, arrangements for everything. So there in the spacious dining hall, King's College, Cambridge, the butler whispered deferentially in the provost's ear and handed him an envelope on a silver tray. So provost ear means the main head of that. Okay. So he whispered deferentially. Deferentially means in a respectful manner. Deferentially means respectfully. Means respectfully. Okay. So he has whispered something in the person who is sitting in that dining hall, and then what happened? And he has also handed him an envelope on the silver tray. The provost beckoned James and passed on the envelope, saying, "It seems you are wanted urgently in your room." So he beckoned means like pushed, like with that arm. Okay, and ultimately he made him aware that actually this is for you. You are urgently required in your room. Now, as he made way towards the beautiful building, James opened the envelope. So James went into his room. He has opened up that envelope. What it was? See, brief note, very short note was there. Dear Dr. Forsyth, The bearer of this note has been instructed to bring you to my office in London tonight. It means that after reading this note, you will come to my office in London. Please come without delay. Don't make any kind of delay as you are urgently required. I am making arrangements for your overnight stay in London. So I'm making all the arrangements that where you will stay. You need not to worry about that. I regret the inconvenience caused to you and request you to keep your visit strictly confidential. He said, I actually regret, I am feeling sorry to cause this kind of inconvenience to you, to call you at this late hour of the night. But don't tell anybody about your coming, and believe me, it is absolutely essential. And believe me, that is, of course, it is very much, you can say, essential, and you have to come immediately. The signature carried the designation Defense Science Advisor, Her Majesty's Government. It means science defense means which is relating to the well-being of the people. He is the officer, okay, who is taking care of the life of the people from the government side. So now again a curiosity is there that what is there in this comet, okay, what is related to in this letter, means which is so harmful that he is immediately being called to London. So this we are going to read tomorrow. And of course, you are enjoying this chapter. I will also find a video related to this Datta's comet and I will share it with you in the next class. Okay, so that's all for today. And I hope that you people are also enjoying, right?